Alrighty, bros. I want to give a big shout out to my little brother, Dwayne Christian. Happy birthday, little bro. I love you so much. You mean so much to me. I hope you have the best day in the world. Alrighty, bros, let's get at it, sure. Just gotta do that big shout out for my little brother. He worries so much over me. He does. Let's see. We still got quite a bit we can do on battleships here. Cause damage with main batteries. We're gonna run the core horror, sure. The big horror bit, the big horror mobile squealer. Don't you squeal at me, baby. I'll smack you in the asshole and call you maybe. Cause I don't know what to do. Cause Barack Obama's chasing you. Don't you try to tread on me, black man. Okay, bros. Let's get going here. I think we'll be fine. We'll see. Okay, it's straight up deal here. I run the German ship because I have quite a few. Want to rank up. I've run the American ships the same way and still do because those are the two ones I've been ranking on, you know. And hopefully we're gonna.
Much obliged.
More transparent on that, my dudes. Much more.
Awaiting instructions. Enemy force detected.
Shit. The hell's this crazy thing going, bro? That's what you get for autopilot, my brother. Crazy ass. We need to use. Oh, dang it, I was not. Didn't strike me, bros. We need to use the Hanovers. I'll rank him up.
Well done, Commander.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
I owe you one.
Oh shit. What that on there? I don't know why they're making it transparent. The mountain shouldn't be in it. We should be able to look completely through that, bros. So we really should be able to.
Enemy cruiser detected. Engine boost activated.
Juicing a bit.
Provide anti-aircraft fire support.
Hello, motherfucker. We're looking what, an 8? Oh. This is one on the jacket says, give a little love, motherfucker. Having a little kiss.
Disabled.
I want some more dear.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
You got me, you son of a gun.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
3 in the water, motherfucker, 3 in the water. Alright. So we need to rank up the Hanover's captain. Absolutely.
Fighter airborne.
Autopilot mode enabled.
Torpedoes direct front. Torpedoes direct front. Hold below the waterline. We're flooding quickly. Engine boost deactivated.
We gotta get the hell back up out of here, bros.
Problem solved, sir.
We're not get a shot at him. Maybe.
Fighter returning to ship.
That's about right in.
Provide anti-aircraft fire support. I need intelligence data. Affirmative. Set a smoke screen.
I'm crazy, bros. I'm crazy. going down. Uh-oh, what the shit? What the shit? Are we gonna take one on the side, really? Ah, crap. We're gonna have to come up through here for this, bros. We're gonna have to get in the health bar there for a second. Okay. Good deal, good deal. Now, as we keep going like we are, we're going to have a good game, bros. In all honesty, a very good game. It'll be daylight on it once we reach this health circle. Should be done with it. There we go.
Sunk an enemy destroyer.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A little more. Come on. Slow this bad boy down, yeah? Oh, he's a hider, ain't he? Oh, we hit him too. He's turning out on us. And we still hit him. Come on, let's get into this, bros. We're healed. We're at 100% on our ship, so let's go ahead and push up. Let's not grandma feet around about this. I think we should push. Absolutely, I do.
Autopilot mode disabled.
Uh-huh. Come on, my good friend.
Engine boost activated. Fighter airborne.
Too far. We want to do better than this. Hopefully. Oh, friggin' daggy.
Fighter returning to ship.
Enemy severely damaged.
That's a big cathedral there, pal. That's the kind of goods we're looking for. Okay. Lost one ship so far.
Enemy destroyer detected. Enemy heavily damaged.
All forces, attack the onshore installation.
No problem, Bob.
Boost deactivated.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Oh, Drew pussy, baby. I'll I'll burn this bitch to the ground. Oh no.
Fighter airborne. Fighter destroyed.
Righty. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's good. That's a good one. That's a good one. We did well. Scored 60,000, but it ended up being 272,000 in coin. That's good. That's very good. That's pretty nice right there. That's a good score. That is a very good score. And we got a dockyard. So that's what we're looking for, is the dockyards. Let's grab that. That was million in tokens, or credits rather. What's the next one going to be from it? Spanish cruiser commanded by the flag. And there's a ship on the 11th one. We're going semi places. The problem is, we got others to do here. I got to do the did we complete with the battleships? No, we have not, but we did get we'll keep going with the battleships for now. Cause damage to ships. Main battery ribbons. We're getting a deduction over playing in. Okay, now I want to change it to the Hanover's captain. This is the Hanover's captain that we're using. So that is a good deal. I think the Hanover sets up a little different, so we won't put nothing in it until we check with the Hanover. Let's see. Let's take him back to the take it back to the Hanover. Yeah, these super ships. The only one I have. Recall the commander. Now let's see here. We could go with adrenaline, or we could put fire prevention. I think we'll just wait and go up the other level with it and put fire prevention. So yeah. So easier. Chef, and there it is. So you can switch. You can switch. Hang on there, boss. I mean, let's leave this while I take some medicine. You can switch. Captains to a you can switch captains to to a premium ship without resetting anything, but you cannot take a tiered captain and put it in another tiered ship, nor vice versa. Has to be a premium ship, and you can switch to it no matter what. No matter what ship, as long as it's German. I can take a German cruiser. I can take the captain out of it and put it in this battleship, in this German battleship, and rank it up. 2 ways. But it will go back to that tier ship. Always remember that. So it's good about that. You get better captain points. I'll show you here. No retraining required when assigning commanders to this ship. Active. You can assign commanders to this ship without retraining. Permanent bonus. Permanent camouflage. Permanent beneficial services and more credits. Better to play with this ship. All the way around. Better to play with this ship. You can make coin with this ship. Credits. So that's the whole thing. That's what you want in them credits. Them credits go through your tiers. I'm wanting to change a few settings here, my dudes. This I don't mess with. I adjust it in a different way. Now this, see, war drums and all that modern. This one, oh, okay, voiceovers. Is this one? Now we don't want Bad Santa. We want Family Guy. If we can find him, he's there. Bluto, Baba, Star Wars, and Family Guy. Applied. Now HUDs. We want more transparency on the HUDs. Hit terrain. Reloading. Timer modifiers. Okay. Okay, but we want full view. It's the camera, mouse, controller, others. Okay, import collision, advanced system, and binocular view. I always, if I got my binoculars on, I don't want to hit anything, so graphics and display, all that would just I leave just like it is myself. And I'm running a 1350 or TX 3050 rather. It's 3050. We'd have to look here. I think it shows in this maybe. Maybe not. But you can see my settings. I run them high, and I'm streaming too, dude. So keep that in mind of it. And I turn it down just one bar on the performance because a little bit of lag through the game if you try to run it. Hey, bro, what's up? Yeah, HE, yeah, I know it, bro. It's, yeah. Saudi nuts, see nuts, see balls. You like seeing balls, bro? Pigeon balls? Yeah. How you doing this nice, wonderful morning, my friend? Yeah, I know I should run HE more than I have been, bro. Yeah, you're totally right. Let's see. Sorry, I didn't see your comment right off there, bro. It's honestly my bad there.
Nurse, I'm ready for my sponge bath.
Yeah, you score a lot better with HE. I realize that, dude. It's
Go, bananas! Go, bananas!
yeah. Yeah. You see me do things that you wasn't others, bro. I mean, sometimes I'm lucky to make it. You know.
Peter, you can't be serious. This is a 30-ton war machine.
We just knocked her shit nest. Yeah, probably did. That don't matter.
See you later, bitches!
Rock and load! Bring on the pain!
Dodged a bullet there. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Shit, we're on fire again.
You're going to get...
Hey, say, Bowser, you're full of shit, motherfucker. How about that? Fuck you and that HE, bro. Or hog balls, motherfucker. Shit. That's the fucking torpedo tubes. Gonna die, you bitch. Ain't that some lovely shit? Hammer nuts. Break and run for that shit, man. Or cod balls. You bitch ass whore. Oh, we're dead. We're literally dead, man. We're not gonna make it, bro. Well, it's all we can do to run for fucking cover. We're not gonna make it. We're damn sure not gonna make it. Come on, baby, come on.
In a no huge hurry, but I'm sort of out of juice over here.
Well, we're fucked. I knowed it. Well, don't come in and tell me how to play, motherfucker. Really, don't come in. Do not fucking come in here. Tell me how to fucking play, man. I have my own damn way of playing, and don't come in here and tell me how to fucking play. I'm tired of that bullshit. Look, you might not like the way I play. That's fine and fucking dandy. I could care less. But do not come in here and tell me how to freaking play. It's none of your damn business how I play this fucking game whatsoever. So, bro, you're out of here, my dude. Straight up. And I will guarantee you won't be coming back. Oh my God, bro, you got 3 friggin' misery videos and you're going around telling people how to fucking play. My goodness, dude. Base bottom Sorky commentary. Oh Lord help me. Yeah, I'm on your channel, my dude. Let's see here. And you're not even playing World of Warships, so bro, you're playing World Airplanes. Commentary and chatterbox. Man, you ain't freaking talking. You're a carrier, pop. Holy shit, help me, bro. Man, don't come in. I give you a fucking thumbs down, dude. You're a pecker neck, bro. Really, you're a friggin' pecker neck. Don't come in here and tell me what to do, motherfucker. Honestly, to Jesus Christ. People in the bullshit. I mean, damn, man. Could have rounded up some damn good points or listening to idiots. I mean, really, bros, you don't like the way I play, it's fine. I don't give a shit. I'm out. God bless, help me, Jesus Christ. Let me take my breathing medicine real quick, bros. Honest to God. Bro comes in, oh, you gotta use HE. No, bro, you use whatever you want to. It's called, I play the game the way I want. How about you? I will guarantee you do. So don't come in telling a man how to play, bros. Fucking dummies. Honest to God, man, what the heck? This is 13 captain. It does not go to this ship. I am not setting it to this ship. It goes to the Hanover. So, therefore, what I'm doing with it, it's irrelevant. All I want to do is get a decent score with it and survive it. When you go to throw an HE, you don't get good hits. You just got a burn effect that you'll get a lot of points. I really don't care. Because I would die. Dumbass. If I had it set for it, like it should be, and I don't. I'm not going to because this ship goes to the Hanover. Well, see, you're running concealment. When it's in the Hanover, guess what, bro? You ain't running concealment. You dumbass. Man, don't come along telling people how to play, bro. That's bullshit. Play your own fucking game for yourself, man. 'Cause I don't give a shit what you play, motherfucker. Really, I don't. It's like this. It's like this. Those of them lost their credit card don't give a fuck. I quit giving a fuck years ago. Now look, man. Do you see concealment? Hell no, you don't. You see fire prevention. That's what you see, dude. That it totally sets up different. The Hanover does. This is the captain for the Hanover. Not the Swartz or whatever you call it. Don't really care. Look, man. Man, you dudes coming in telling people how to play and shit. Shut your fucking mouth. Really. Shut your fucking mouth. Guess what? Nobody gives a shit. I mean, really. Honest to goodness. Man, what in the hell is wrong with people? You bunch of assholes. Bro. I'm ranking him up for another ship. So he's not going to be all that in the bag of chips, and I know it, and that's why I'm using AP. It's because I want to sink the bastard before it fucking kills me. I don't want to fight around and watch it burn. You dumbass. Come in and say I talk about your favorite ship or how you'd like to suck Wargamin's pecker off and that you're such a big fan and all that crap. That's fine. Don't come in and tell me how to play, because you need to just shut the fuck up. I could care less. I'll play the way I want. It don't affect you or nobody else. And that's a fact, Jack. I mean, my God, man. What the hell's wrong with you? Can't find the other one. I mean, look, dudes. Seriously. I don't play the way no one else does, and they don't play the way I do. And if you don't like that, don't come in. Honestly, read what's on the chat. It tells you, do not come in telling me how to play. It specifically says, don't come in telling me how to play the game. Right in the description of it. It says, do not come in telling how to play the game, dude. Look in the description, bro.
The easiest way to capture your gaming sessions is
right in the descriptions. Do not. And that's what, man. You fuckers is idiots. Do not come. Please don't tell me how to play the game. Right there, bold letters. Please do not tell me how to play the game. You dumbasses. What's the first thing he does? He comes in trying to tell me how to play the fucking game. Shit, man. Brother, I want you to watch me and stuff. I truly do. But on the same hand, don't come in and tell me how to play, man. Man, I know how to play the game. I played it for over going on 3 years. Well, I mean, please, dude. I ain't trying to be a smart ass or nothing of the sort, man. But honestly, bros, don't come in and tell me how to play, man. I mean, I'll surprise you, dudes. Honest to will. We all have bad days on this game. The RNG guys ain't with us. We have bad days. But I do basically know how to play the friggin' game, bro. You have your way of playing, I have mine. I mean, honestly. Read the descriptions, man. And you won't get done like dude got done. So, bros, I know how to play the shit-ass game. I want to kill him. I don't want to take the chance of him taking me out, man. You know why, bro? Because this captain is set up for another ship.
Enemy ships detected in the northwest.
So I want to use the powerful shells I got, man. Because I don't want him to take me out. And besides that, you can HE all you want. I score better with AP. So, you play your game, I play mine. If I die, I'm totally cool with it, dudes. Because I learned a long time ago, it's just a game. Honestly, it's just a game, dude. It does not matter one iota. If I win or lose, if I die, you'll not see me get upset a bit because it's just a game. And that's the truth of it. Whether it's a game, bro. It's a game. Don't stress out, man. I got stents in my heart and all kinds of stuff, bro. And if you think it bothers me one bit over this little turd-licking game, bro, you crazy, my friend. Because it don't. Not one bit, does it? Don't bother me, bro. Honestly, it don't. You might see me get a little mad every now and then or something, but you'll not see me get that upset and shit. Because it's a game, dude. It's a game. And I mean, what happens gonna happen, and whether you like it or not, bro. So, don't get tore up. My dude's even more to life. Bros, I'm battling stage 4 lung cancer. Yeah, I'm still smoking cigarettes, and I don't want to hear your bullshit about that either. In all honesty. Because guess what, bro? That's me and not you, so don't worry about it, bro. Well, I mean, really. Bro, take care of yourselves. I mean, really. You learn in life. Worry about yourself. Worry about, get you a job. That's the first thing you should get you. Get you a job and try to make something of your life. That's good advice. Because I'm quite going around telling people what to do and shit, because they don't care, bro. I mean, honestly, they don't care. They're like me, man. Until you shut your damn cocksucker.
Oh, caught fire a little earlier than I thought we would.
That's what a gun sounds like.
Honestly, well, I tell you, mind your own damn business, dude.
Only dodged a bullet there.
Oh God!
Oh shit, we're burning again. I'll get off now. You ball rag bitch, you, man. Who cares? Anyway, our winter torpedoes. get out of
See
here.
you later, bitches.
Oh shit! Come on, yeah, we want to hide behind that. Keep cutting. Oh gosh.
Rock it out! Bring on the pain!
Yeah. Yeah, that knocked that side out.
Time for a little payback.
There we go. Up, up. Wanted to hide back here a second, dudes. We done, 137,000. See, now that's what I'm looking for. A dude and all these crap-filled suggestions are, I mean, bro, like it says, don't come in and tell me I try to play a game. At this point, after 2 years to going on 3 years, if I can't play it, don't worry, I'm not going to learn it. Honestly. Not going to learn it. I'm just not. So, and in that case, I'm a wild scout, so, you know, keep your opinions to yourself, bros. It's good to come in and say, hey, man, you know, like Andy, I think was his name. Hey, bro, your artillery, you know, use your secondaries. Something like that. It's cool to come in. Hey, man, use HE when, no, bro. HE don't work for me. I use it at times. I do. I mean, I honestly do. I use HE at times. Where do I want to go here? But, I mean, bread and butter's AP, bro.
Clarifying the order.
For me, anyway. I mean, if you don't like the way I play, man, don't come watch, you know. But seriously, laying on shit aside, don't come in and tell me how to play, bro. I don't like that. That's rude. It's honestly rude. You're sitting and telling people, well, you do this and you do that. Well, no, man, mind your own friggin' business.
This is a 30-ton war machine.
I mean, I know a little bit, man. I mean, after all this time, I would hope I do. And if I don't worry. I mean, piss at this point, bro. I don't know much, but I got 137,000 scores, so as I was saying, go shut your fucking cunt hole, bro. Yeah, your pussy's starting to stink. Shut your mouth. Hallelujah. Ooh, shit on you, you son of a gun. Try to get these back guns on them. Yeah, you're coming in quick, huh? Man, we need to hide behind that island right here.
This is more like it. Oh. Well,
Shit.
it appears I've been fired.
Friggin' manager. That's two. That's not good when you get two.
Rock and load! Bring on the pain!
See you later, bitches.
Come on. Yep. Man, I know that damn fucking aggravating ass bitch licking motherfucker. It's pissed me off, man. I mean, honestly, bros, it's don't come in and tell me how to play, dudes. I mean, honestly. Look here. So if I wanted to play, I was wanting to do something really big with it, I'd put his back. But the one I had back on him was this one. I'd throw him in and we'd just go in, rape and pilferage and have just a high old time. I mean, but we're ranking him up for another ship. So yeah, I'm gonna die, man. I mean, I'm gonna die. Because the skill points are not going in to where it should be for it. That's why I see when I know I got enough, I switch to the Hanover and I apply them. So I know I haven't messed up and he's getting the points he needs. That's the point of taking this captain, that I can make some good coin and be able to make something, man. It's making credits to upgrade ships. Hello, beautiful lady. How are you? I kicked one and blocked him out of my stream because he came in wanting to tell me how to play. Goofy son of a bitch. What the fuck? Okay.
Attention Task Force Commander. Escort the support ship and floating workshop to the carrier. Over.
Oh, this is nice.
Oh yeah, this is nice, St. Louis. Yeah. But
Attention Arsenal.
yeah, that's enough of that subject, man.
Supply the Raptors air group. Over.
That's a lot of baloney.
Baloney.
All stations. Quick defeat of enemy forces is key to success. Send them all to Davy Jones fast.
Well, we missed that, huh? No, hockey.
Excellent.
All right.
Attention ship and squadron commanders. Pay special attention to torpedo defense.
All right.
Oh man, now I can't even watch TV.
Good job, man.
Okay.
Oh God! Oh God! I gotta get out of here!
Rock and load! Bring on the pain! Raptor, Task Force Commander here. Working on an optimal route for you. Proceed due southwest.
Ma'am, you want me to kick those dents out for you?
This is Raptor. Over here.
Or tubes. All right, they're destroyed now.
What the hell, man?
Well,
Oh God! Oh God! I gotta get out of here!
we need to.
This is Engineer. All stations. I have equipment for light repairs and ships. Stay close.
Come on, come on. There you go. A good deal.
This is Raptor. Enemy aircraft detected. Destroy her. It's crucial for the squadron.
Attention, Squadron Commander. According to reconnaissance data, one more enemy aircraft carrier is likely to remain in the combat zone. Seek and destroy.
Nurse, I'm ready for my sponge bath.
Okay.
Oh man, now I can't even watch
Oh
TV.
shit. Come on. Okay. The crews are coming in. No, we'll switch to HE. 'Cause we need to get our after cover. Now we're going to go after the aircraft carrier. We're going to aim high on it. See, we set it on fire. It is long range. We're not going to sink it easy with it's going to get away. Oh shit, it's going to get away, bros.
Commander here. Transmitting rendezvous point. Do you copy?
This is Rector. Roger. Adjusting course.
We need to get in that.
Rock and load! Bring on the pain!
Oh, this is fun, huh?
Yikes! Looks like I need a distraction. This is Raptor. Air Wing is ready for duty.
You can't take him out like that with a destroyer, bro. Crazy ass.
That's what a gun sounds like.
Now let's get in here, bros. And try to we need on the opposite side of him, bro, so we can take torpedoes if they go to hit him. Did that make his run? Yeah, he made his run, son of a bitch. Hit him too. See what's here, bros. That's what I say, bro. Don't come in and tell me how to play, man. I know how to play this thing, dude. I've played this all these years, man. Shit.
Hey, Quagmire, why is the red light blinking on your computer?
So that's what we're looking for, dudes. I mean, 108,000. I'm happy with that score. I truly am with that ship. I'm very happy with that score. So if I'm happy, what matters, you know?
You suck, and you're terrible.
Died, huh? Who's fought that bitch, huh? Yeah, that's right. You suck and you're terrible. It's really, man. I mean, we all play different, dudes. We all play different. You know, a couple times there looked like I was going to die. Well, guess what? I made it. With 119,000 scores. So don't come in and tell me how to play, bros. And I'm happy with my score. So that's all that matters to me, ain't it? Yes, sir. That's all that matters. I mean, you might not like it, but I can score more than that. Well, I don't care. Like I'm Gen X, bro. We don't care. We really don't. We're the ones sat back and kept our mouth shut and let these millennials take over. It ain't worth a fat shit, really, whatsoever. Lazy, uneducated, do not teach what we learn in school. See, we got every one of them. So I got 384K as credits overall. Very, very happy. Very happy. I'm a happy boy. Happy boy. Bro. So, like I said, man, don't come in talking crap and telling people how to do. Or you need to do this. You need to do that. You, and me, and my, and kiss my ass. I hate to sound that way, I truly do. Because these good people comes along and shit. And I'm kind of really sorry for the rant. I honestly am, because I mean, I know the dude was trying to help, but at the end of the day, he is just blah. I might end up buying this later. It just depends. Not right now. That crap point set is just. I gotta take a bathroom break, so we'll be right back. Okay. There we go. We're back, bros. Sorry about that. Okay. It's our last battle results. We got 338,800 captain points. So again, wait a minute. Let's check this. I think we had it. We need to cause damage in main batteries. So again. Hang on, I'll be right back, bros. I've got to enter here. Nope, there it is. One moment. Alrighty, bros. We'll keep going. Let's see what's in the news today going on. I tend to like to get it from YouTube. It's you can go through and see whatever you want. Kamala Harris is going to lose with these polling numbers.
Figure it out.
Okay. There we go.
Of putting Donald Trump back in the White House are extremely serious. Consider.
Yes, we are.
Consider
extremely serious to put him back.
The chaos and calamity when he was in office, but also
what was all this?
what has happened since he lost the last election.
And that was Vice President Kamala Harris going after former President Trump during her speech at the DNC last night. Earlier in the week, former First Lady Michelle Obama blasted Trump and also called out his recent comments about black workers. Watch this.
That black workers, what did he say about him?
Donald Trump did everything in his power to try to make people fear us. See, his limited, narrow view of the world made him feel threatened by the existence of two hard-working, highly educated, successful people who happen to be black. Wait.
Oh, I never heard this. I don't think there's a racist bone in that man's body.
No. Who's gonna tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
Joining me now is Leo Terrell, a civil rights attorney, talk radio host, and a Fox News contributor. Leo, great to see you. Your reaction?
You know, Michelle Obama's comment insults the intelligence of not only every black American, but all Americans. I mean, she's trying to imply, Maria, that somehow Donald Trump is racist. By the way, I'm a black, educated lawyer, school teacher for 30 years. I'm supporting Donald Trump. Black men are supporting Donald Trump. He's going to get a record number of black votes this year, more than any other Republican. Why? Because, Maria, black Americans want the same thing all Americans want. Under the Trump administration, low black unemployment.
We should have all race unemployment.
Sick and tired of
not just black.
Taking their jobs, and that is a fact. They're tired of the crime. That's a fact.
So what do you make of these polls then, showing that Kamala Harris is gaining with the black community? Is that not true?
This is a 30-ton war machine.
I will submit to you the following fact, that her numbers have increased, but they're below the Joe Biden numbers of 2020. And she needs those numbers. She needs record number of black votes in Georgia, in Michigan. And Donald Trump went to the Bronx, Maria, and his message resonates. The race card is dead, but what the Democrats want to do is play the race card. I'm not going to vote for Kamala Harris because I share the same skin color. I want the economic policies of Trump. I want the foreign policies of Trump. And the Democrats and Kamala Harris have destroyed the middle class the last 3.5 years.
So, I mean, there's not a lot of talk about crime, but it was pretty incredible what took place this week, Leo. A Texas delegate attending the DNC in Chicago was reportedly robbed at gunpoint by men in ski masks. Police say that the suspects then crossed the street and they mugged a man and a woman right after that. The suspects are connected to a string of robberies across Chicago.
You got robbed. I can believe that shit in Chicago, bro. I've been there. I tell you what, you don't go to Chicago unless you don't have a gun, bro. That's no shit.
People shot with 5 others dead. Harris was
You'll be a sadistic, dude. You go to Chicago. That's a fact, my brother. I went to Chicago in the 90s, man.
Let me tell me something about Chicago. Maria, black on black crime exists.
There's black on anybody crime in Chicago.
The Democrats. You got a black mayor. It is something that they ignore. And even though they try to clean up the city, black on black crime is a problem in Chicago and crime in general. Kamala Harris,
I know it's bad in Chicago. It's just bad in New York and California.
As an attorney general, she was soft.
I mean, even in my state, we have crime. Crime, absolutely, man.
Ballot measure, Kamala Harris. She is not
big damn crime.
Okay, so I want to get your take on that.
I mean, that's just facts. Facts of life, sir.
It finds Vice President Harris with a big lead among black voters in key swing states. Harris is up more than 60 points in Michigan and nearly 60 points in Pennsylvania, Leo. A new Fox News poll has Trump winning 26% of the black vote. I know that President Trump has resonated with some in the black community, but is she taking that back?
I'll sit here and say this very clearly. No, Maria, that number right there, 72%, she needs 85 to 90%. Look at the numbers. I can tell you this for a fact. 72%, she's going to lose because Democrats rely on a 85 to 90% of the black vote. Maria, I will sit here and tell you right now, if they don't get 90% of the black vote, they're going to lose those cities. They're going to lose Georgia, Michigan, Wisconsin. They're going to lose Pennsylvania. 72% is not good enough.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Cheryl, jump in here.
I want to stay on this issue of polls. And Leo, it's great to see you and good morning. So, I was looking at a poll from last week and it was Washington Post and there was this ABC News Ipsos poll as well. And they took a deep dive and looked at what changed from Biden to Harris and where these voters are coming from, where this new support for Harris was coming from. And it's actually what they're finding is it's women and it's younger voters. But are those younger voters going to actually show up in November is my question to you. This does come down to the swing states, and it does come down to the numbers at the end of the day and the votes.
We're dead, bro. We're not going to be able to...
Cheryl, now, let's acknowledge. I'll acknowledge one thing. Kamala Harris
is
enjoying a honeymoon period. You know what? That speech last night, she's appealing to the independents. There's 8 to 10% of the voters who are still undecided, and they're going to make their decision. And she offered nothing to those independents on security, on economic reforms, on reducing inflation, on foreign policy security. She has done nothing. And more importantly, that speech last night disenfranchised Americans as well. The Democrats have basically thrown Jewish Americans but her speech gave nothing to the independents who are still undecided.
Yeah, I wonder what it is that this community wants, Leo. Tell me about the black voter and what they want to see.
Thank you very much. That's a great question. They want good public schools. They want choice. They want law and order. They don't want the police to fund it. That's the big myth. They want a job. You know what? The sad part about it was Kamala Harris threw Trump under the bus last night, but black Americans benefited under the Trump administration. His policies worked. What you had Kamala Harris doing last night was running away from her policies, and she's asking for 4 more years to destroy the economy of America, to destroy law enforcement. We cannot let her get in that office. She is a clear and present danger to America.
I'm just wondering how the impact of the DNC will play out, Leo. Lots of celebrating.
The DNC's over. This is a.
You had the Clintons and you
this
had
is the old one.
Obamas.
You know, I just like going through them because Tootsie Rolls back out. Let's.
And 4 Pacers hooked us up. This is a new product here that they've came out with. It is meat in a can.
Now it's time for Lefties Losing It.
I love to watch it.
2 lefties discussing the Kamala strategy of refusing to do any press conferences or even any interviews with friendly media. She's that much of a liability that they can't trust her to sit down for a friendly chat with one of the many Democrat fanboys and girls in the media. But that doesn't trouble filmmaker Quentin Tarantino.
He's a piece of shit, bro.
This is about winning. What most people don't give the Democrats enough credit for, all right, but we give the Republicans credit for. It's like, no, sometimes it's just about winning, and it doesn't matter how we look at this moment. It's about winning.
Right.
This is about winning.
Yeah. He can't come out without it. He can't say nothing without F in
And
him.
she is running, and she's not stopping to stumble.
And you know what?
And there's nothing wrong with stopping this. I'm going to vote for her anyway, no matter what she says in a stupid interview.
Exactly.
So don't it up.
Oh dear, did he just say the quiet bit out loud? Ooh, here is another lefty who is backing the thoroughly inept Kamala, but at least he's calling her out for her reluctance to do an interview or press conference. This is Stephen A. Smith.
I'm talking to my sister here. Come on now. You running for the presidency of the United States of America. You got my vote. You running for the presidency of the United States of America. What you hiding for? And I mean hiding in plain sight. Somebody gotta say it. Somebody gotta say it.
I've been saying that for about 3 weeks. But nice to see the occasional lefty catching up. Now let's hear from a trans activist who accuses others of not knowing what gender is.
Half of you are not sure what gender
All these lefties losing it, bro.
transgender. No,
We'll listen to some of these.
That's not the correct term. It's transgender. I'm a transgender woman. My pronouns are she, her.
No, you're a man, bro. That's strictly. That's what you are. That's got a man, baby. It's a man, baby. It's a man.
Now I love this next woman who is pranked by a dude pretending to be a lefty. See how she reacts when a Harris wall sign is put up on her property.
Hello there. Hi. I work for the Harris and Waltz campaign. I want to talk. No, I'm going to leave it there.
No, you're not going to leave it there.
Oh, why?
Because I can't stand them.
Do you not support tampons in men's bathrooms?
No, I don't support tampons in men's bathrooms.
Why?
Because tampons are for women. Where are they going to stick it up their Get it the out of here. Get it out of my
That's my sign. That's my sign.
I don't give a bunch of communists.
You didn't address me by my pronoun.
Now these signs I think would be far more popular in that neighbourhood.
That's what it's sad.
You know, it's always disappointing when you find out a great comic actress is actually a lame. Losing it. When the world-class writers aren't around, this is what happens. Oh, dear. The cringe fest.
Oh crap, man! We can't have that.
It wasn't long before the MAGA
because we are united.
Yeah, we can't have that, bros. We cannot have that. That will get us copyrights, and we do not want. And the journal says Secret Service attacked.
I just got my limited edition Never Surrender.
See what the journal says here. He's pretty cool.
What a government agency does when they're not telling the truth and they're trying to hide
I'll
something.
listen to this.
And the pattern recognition always goes to some form of scapegoating. We saw it at DOD when people refused the vax, they were scapegoated and driven out. We saw it at FBI when whistleblowers talked about spying at school board meetings and at Catholic churches, they were driven out. And now I take note of the fact that certain people at the Pittsburgh field office have been put on leave. And I've also seen the story change where initially the Secret Service was blaming folks in local government, and then there was admission that there weren't appropriate responses to requests for additional
That's a tragedy.
So what I'd really like
we
to
about
do
lost
is
Trump like
bring
we
us
lost
into that process. Because Senator
JFK, bros.
Holland now has a whistleblower saying there was a
mean,
manpower
that's
request
true, dude.
that was coming out of Pittsburgh, and headquarters Secret Service was putting downward pressure on the local agents to try to reduce the intensity of that manpower request. So give Congress a little sense. How does that get developed? And then what should we think about the fact that someone is saying that headquarters was trying to get people to not make requests of enhanced protection?
Well, I can give you an example from personal experience. I saw Senator Hawley's tweet. The Secret Service is going to rely on this and what they're trying to do now, and you're accurate in your analysis about how this cover-up is starting to work. What they're going to say is, well, there was no real formal request made. But here's an example, and then I'll tie something that happened to me. Imagine you're working for a company, a public company. It's actual accountability. Stock will tank or whatever. You can't make products that'll kill people. You'll go out of business. If you do, there's a penalty. But imagine you're told by your safety guy, you're the CEO, and your chief safety officer says 50 to 60 times, hey, again, this widget has a defect. And if we put this out, it's going to kill someone. And it's clear after the 50th time that the CEO doesn't care. So when the 51st time you tell the product blows up, the CEO's going to say, well, he didn't tell me yesterday. Well, he didn't tell you because he told you 50 times before and you ignored him. So what they're doing now is Ron Rowe, the acting director, who is the deputy director, the number 2, who is unbelievably, again, got a promotion out of this. A guy was murdered and someone got promoted, which is obscene and disgusting. He is part and parcel to this whole day-to-day ADPO, Assistant Director, Protective Operations, Deputy Director, Director chain that makes management decisions. When they tell you early on, we are not doing this for President Trump, Congressman. We're not doing counter sniper teams. We're not doing CSU. And then they say, well, on that day, we didn't deny assets. You didn't have to. You've been denying them for 4 years. I was told by a direct source, this is the quote, that at Mar-a-Lago, they were begging the DTD, the Donald Trump detail, begging for enhanced security. We can't secure this place like this. And one of the quotes from one of those 3 people I just told you about was, we don't secure nightclubs. Really? What if a nightclub owner runs for president? You don't secure you secure whatever the hell they tell you to secure. That's not your job. That is what happened here. And that's what they're going to rely on. And that's where you guys, I think, have had the kind of the guts to take this on. Do not let them fall back on euphemisms and word games where they go, well, that specific day we didn't say no to any assets. Have you in the past? How often? Matter of fact, how many counter surveillance teams have you actually dedicated? What percentage of Trump sites? How many CS teams? There's a story out there that was the first time counter sniper Secret Service assets were ever used at a Donald Trump site. So you're telling me your most threatened protectee had no professional Secret Service overwatch? As Ben showed, these guys are more than skilled and competent. They don't need the Secret Service to tell them how to do their jobs.
I think that gets to this intent question that Congressman Mills framed up perfectly at the beginning of our discussion. Congressman Mills says the key question here is whether this was your run-of-the-mill government incompetence or whether you see features of such just disregard for the duty at hand that you believe there's some malice. And in his opening statement, Mr. Prince says when the incompetence reaches a certain point, you can impute the malice to that. And what I think you have unique experience in is, well, like this culture of denying requests, like to Trump, or a circumstance where not even the Donald Trump detail, but the folks in the Pittsburgh field office who are not normally on the Trump detail were saying, hey, just based on this, you know, we might need more, and they were discouraged from even making those requests, so they couldn't be denied. I think you can give us a lot of insight into the type of questions we need to be asking and of who to understand that culture, because, like, you think of the Secret Service, they're off with a number of protectees, yes, right, of all kind of different profiles and different, I guess, you know, priority, for lack of a better term. And so, like, what should we think about imputing malice at a point in which Donald Trump, one of the most threatened people on the planet Earth, is having to endure these denials and this culture of limited protection while you're seeing other details, you know, beefed up substantially?
I think, and I don't think I put this out yet, but I'll put it out there now. When I was there, it was definitely not a political enterprise. It just wasn't. I never once, working for President Clinton, Bush, and Obama, had anyone even remotely implicate political motive for any decision whatsoever. However, from the commentary directed at some of the agents in charge of the Donald Trump detail, which I have heard about, clearly, it appears that for the first time in American history, we have a Secret Service that is making decisions that may not be all political, but may have a political tinge to them. So what you're saying, I would love to say, Congressman, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. But I tell you with a pure heart, and I'm being absolutely candid, I have no skin in this game. I don't work there anymore. I am not their PR guy. I run my own business. I absolutely believe Donald Trump and an enhanced security posture he should have had would have made him look more presidential, would have facilitated the logistical operation of him traveling. I think they were concerned about optics and making him look like a big shot or whatever, you know, word you want to throw out there. And they were making some of these decisions based purely on grade school level politics.
I don't want to believe that, but I didn't want to believe it with the FBI either. I didn't want to believe it with the NIH either. I mean, a lot of these agencies that have been, I think, subject to political capture, we want to think of them as above that. And we all spend time around Secret Service. We're inspired by their patriotism and the willingness you have to literally take a bullet for someone if necessary. But just like in the military, just like at the FBI, I worry about the political capture happening at headquarters, and then that culture informing decisions in a way that's very damaging to the country. So what Mr. Bongino just said ought to be the most important work of the United States Congress, to figure out if these decisions were run-of-the-mill incompetence that you've got to deal with the better tech and the better processes and the better HR and get rid of the DEI. But if it's something even darker and more devious than that, that must be rooted out, because what we've seen at these other agencies of government is it does not cure itself. It has to be excised, and that investigation is the most important work we can do. I thank you guys for leading this effort, and I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Gates. With that, I just want to go first to you, Mr. Prince. You said you roughly have about 3,500 at the peak of Blackwater, correct?
That's right.
Secret Service currently has approximately 7,000, approximately. What was your highest annual revenue, if you don't mind me asking, give or take, for that many operations?
For that, the protective mission was about 2,500 to 2,800, and that revenue would have been around $600 million.
So $600 million for that.
Again, that's deploying in a war zone where 41 of our men, my men, were killed.
So safe to say, if you had $3.3 billion allocated to you, you could have done some even more miraculous things with resource and assets, correct?
I'll give a simple comparison. Around 2005, George W. Bush wanted to grow the size of the Border Patrol. I remember being called to a congressional hearing then because they compared what it would cost us to train a new CBP agent versus what the federal government was going to take. And our figure came in at their figure was actually higher than sending someone to Harvard for 4 years, and that's to train a guy for 4 months. That's it. So it's the federal government blows money.
That's
I said
exactly
in my testimony.
And my point is that the failed metric of government, whereby the more we spend, the better outcome we receive, is a flawed and failed measure, which is why we're at $36 trillion in deficit. And the reason I use that $3 billion, as you know, Mr. Prince, is because that's the actual amount that appropriators have allocated to the Secret Service, which means that, to Dan Bongino's comment, they shouldn't be utilizing past equipment to serve tomorrow. They should have more than enough assets and resources in place with a $3 billion budget. Would you not agree?
Certainly.
And I want to go to you, Mr. Bongino. I want to point out some things, because culture failure, as my colleague has pointed out and others, I want to mention a couple of things. August 14, 2024 is reported failure that a Secret Service agent abandoned her post without permission to breastfeed child before Donald Trump was scheduled to arrive in North Carolina. August 12, 2024, it was reported that a Secret Service special agent who was an official site agent for the July 13 Butler PA rally is under investigation for posting videos and photos for protective assignments to social media. July 27, 2024, a Secret Service agent covered the security camera of a local salon in Pittsburgh, Massachusetts before an event featuring Kamala Harris, where the salon was closed, but opened it up without approval and utilizing restrooms for an hour and a half while the building's security alarm was going off. July 2nd, 2023, it was reported that a former Secret Service Director Cheadle and senior agency leader sought to destroy the cocaine found in the White House in July of 2024. The evidence was not destroyed due to pushback in individuals in the Secret Service Forensic Service divisions. May 2024, a man enters the U.S. Secret Service Miami field office through a propped open door and was not removed from the building until the following morning. April 24, 2024, a special agent assigned to Harris's detail had a mental breakdown where the agent is reported to have physically attacked the commanding agent in charge at the base after verbal disputes with other agents. Sometimes during 2023 and 2024, at least 2 people breached President Obama's Hawaii residence. Though the president wasn't there at the residence, his 2 daughters were on premise at the time. April 2023, a drunken intruder entered the home of National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan in the middle of the night. The man was able to gain access to Sullivan's home despite 24/7 Secret Service protective services in Sullivan due to the sensitive nature of his position. Now, I want to go back to a comment that you made, Mr. Bongino, where you said none of these problems are new. I think just the list of those that I've just mentioned shows that this is not a new problem, but it's existed for quite a while. And with a $3 billion annual budget, I would think that we would start evaluating those mistakes to make those corrective actions. Would you agree with the things that I've listed, with the budget that is allocated, that there should be a much better
let's work a little bit on the
security for
Mark.
protectees than what you're seeing today?
Oh, there's zero dispute about this. You know, Mr. Prince's company had accountability. People fire him and find a new company if he lost a protectee. You can't fire the Secret Service. 18 U.S.C. 3056, they're obligated to protect him. The Secret Service has a culture problem, Congressman. I was an instructor in our training academy in Beltsville, Maryland for 3 years. I ran operations over there, taught investigations over there, spent a little time in the Control Tactics Unit. I was there for 3 years. Unfortunately, I can't count on one hand. I would need probably 2 and toes as well to count how many agents who could not meet even basic protective functioning skills and criminal investigative skills, but who met other criteria completely irrelevant to job performance, who were pushed through and told with a wink and a nod, this woman or man needs to graduate. Well, why? They're clearly incompetent. Every instructor who's encountered this person has said this person's incompetent, to the point where in judgment drills, they're killing the protectee in the judgment drills. That's kind of not what we do. You're not supposed to shoot the protectee yourself in a simunition drill. And you would say things, you would hear things, from special agents in charge, and I encourage you all to look into this, about how the training center works and how they graduate students, where they would say, well, that person files a lot of complaints, like EEO complaints. Okay, well, are they real? That sounds serious. Sounds like a serious thing to me. I take that stuff seriously. And they would say, well, they file them enough that it's become a nuisance and they're not really legitimate, but because this person files a lot of complaints, we need to graduate them. Some of those people now, matter of fact, not just a few, but many, are out on protective assignments now. And again, this is not...
So what you're saying is that DEI plays a major role, not meritocracy, with regards to the current culture that has been fostered.
No, not a. No, the major role. The Secret Service right now is dominated by D. It's not a role. It's the role. You ask agents on the president.
I think everyone's heard me say before, DEI equals DIE. You know, DEI stands for.
The Biden administration finally agreed to ban Peter Daszak and EcoHealth Alliance from receiving any more funding for gain-of-function research.
Hey, listen to this, bros.
EcoHealth Alliance and Peter Daszak were the ones that were funding the research in Wuhan, China. This is a great victory. But this is only the beginning. It's time to take things a step further and prosecute Dr. Fauci for lying to Congress.
I've done signed this, bro.
Didn't fund gain-of-function research.
You should, and you should sign this, my brother.
Add your name to stand with me.
I have, Mr. I forget it, Rand Paul. Go to randpaul.com. He's a senator in Kentucky.
The best way to make money on Amazon is not with physical
if you haven't signed it, in all honesty, you should sign it. Okay, bros. Let me find us something else here. There we go. Fuck. Okay, here we go.
Now compare that to Donald Trump.
It's always Trump.
I think everyone here
Always
knows
Trump.
He doesn't actually fight for the middle class. Instead, he fights for
Who's he
himself
fight
and
for,
his billionaire
stupid?
friends. And he will give them another round of tax breaks that will add up to $5 trillion to the national debt. Instead of a Trump tax hike, we will pass a middle-class tax cut that will benefit more than 100 million Americans.
Pennsylvania Senator Bob Casey praising the Harris's so-called price gouging plan.
The corporations say your prices are up only because their costs are up. They're selling you a lie. Prices are up because these corporations are scheming to drive them up. Most companies are good companies. It's the food conglomerates that sit behind the supermarkets, the faceless wholesalers. They're the ones who are extorting families at the checkout counter. This is
They get pennies, bros. They get pennies. They literally get pennies.
Harris's other economic proposals include expanding the child tax credit, housing credits, and a 44%
Their business relies on pennies.
capital gains. And a
The more they send out, the more they make. So, no, I don't believe that. That's stupid, man. This is coming from the hyena on the Lion King, bro.
John, it's great to see you. I think they're talking about you. Are you price gouging, John?
Absolutely not. I know Bob Casey, and I gave Bob Casey's dad his last birthday party at the Four Seasons in New York. And the Casey family is a good family, but he's absolutely wrong on this. You have to look at the difference between the Trump era and the Joe Biden era. And when President Biden came in, he doubled the price of gasoline to the consumer, and he increased the price of food 30 or 40% because of the doubling of the price of gasoline. And that's what caused the inflation. So as inflation went up, the Fed had no choice but raise the interest rates, which put the real estate market in a turmoil, and then put the banks in a turmoil. So it all started, President Biden made the poor people poorer because they buy gasoline every day. They buy food every day. They made the poor people poorer and made the middle class poorer. And that's what it comes down to. If you look at the comparison between the 3.5 years of President Biden and the 4 years of Donald Trump, and that's what you have to look at. If you double or triple the price of gasoline, and that's what the food industry runs on, diesel fuel.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I want to get to oil in a second because this is such an important point that you make. I want to first talk about food because Kamala Harris was very clear. She's been very clear on...
Man.
Caught fire a little earlier
On all her rallies, she says she's going to make it a law. She's going to ensure that anyone who price gouges is going to be facing consequences. She will ban all price gouging. She says that's the reason that prices for groceries have gotten out of control. So what do you want to say to those people who believe the reason that we're facing this inflation that we are right now, that we went all the way up to 40-year highs, was not the fact that they spent $7 trillion, but the fact that companies, grocery companies, are price gouging? What's your answer? How do you prove otherwise?
She doesn't have a clue. Look at the amount of retail stores that have closed, especially in the inner cities. Every Rite Aid store has closed.
Damn it, we're going to die.
A lot of them in New York, everyone has closed. Walgreens announced that they're closing like 2,700 stores. In New York City, all the drugstores have closed. Now you
but what's your point? What's your point? That in other words, they're not making money and they're struggling, so they have to close?
The cost. If the manufacturers are charging you $1, you have to pay your payroll, you have to pay your rent, you have to pay your electricity, and the margin in supermarkets traditionally has been 2%. The shrinkage, which is the stuff that disappears, traditionally has been 1.5%. The inner cities, but the problem is the shrinkage and this additional security has gone up to 6%.
Well, here she is. Here's Kamala Harris on the campaign trail. Watch this.
Cover the retreat of our transport.
I will work to pass the first ever federal ban on price gauging on food.
Goddamn asshole.
My plan will include new penalties for opportunistic companies that exploit crises and break the rules.
So there you go. John, I understand what you're saying about the margins. We also looked at the margins. The margins of the grocery companies are pretty much the same. They're very small margins. And they're pretty much the same as they were in 2019. So check on that one. How competitive is this industry? Because she and Elizabeth Warren and all these other, progressives are saying there's no competition in the grocery market, and that's why you all have the opportunity to put prices wherever you want.
That's absolutely wrong. And look at all the inner cities. I can speak for the inner cities. The inner city stores are all closing. The inner city stores cannot do business because of the shoplifting. Maria, if you go into a drugstore or supermarket and want to buy toothpaste, and you have to wait for the clerk to open up the where it's hidden or where it's locked up. You don't want to do that. Nobody's going to be
let me get to energy real quick. Let me get to energy because the energy sector, as you say, is underlining all of this. You've got to, if you have high oil prices, you've got to transport the food, you got to transport the goods. That's going to add to the cost. But Kamala Harris's aides say that her energy policy is strategically ambiguous. Okay. Reuters writes this. The Harris campaign declined to provide specific answers to detailed questions about how her energy policy will play out and how her past statements align with her current approach. She suggested that she would adhere more closely to the policies of the Biden administration. The Harris campaign has stated she will no longer support a ban on fracking, flip-flopping her previous stance, John. So walk us through the Harris plan for energy and how that may impact inflation going forward.
Well, if the Harris plan for energy is the same as President Biden's plan for energy, we're going to lose. The country's going to lose. The poor people are going to lose. The middle class is going to lose. Look at the Red Sea and the Suez Canal. They're still closed. If the Suez Canal and the Red Sea was open and our Air Force, our Navy could do that in 3 days, well, what's going to happen? The price of crude oil is going to go down $15 a barrel.
So
now, why hasn't the Biden administration opened up the Suez Canal? Because they are favoring Iran. And right now, the Biden administration is favoring Iran and favoring China. We got different problems there too. And that's the problem in energy. If the price of energy goes down, inflation goes away.
Before you go, real quick, Jason Turner did some really great research for inflation, and he told me that when you have inflation, a spike of inflation to the tune of 6, 7, 8%, of course, we know that it went all the way up to 9.1%. He said typically what you see is 6 months to a year later, you get another spike of inflation. Is that what you're expecting?
I'll let you know on November 6th. If the price of oil comes down, if everything goes away. The interest rates go down, the price of inflation goes down, food prices go down, and oil prices, you can afford to, you'll be back down to $2 a gallon.
November 6th meeting, it depends on who wins the election and what policies take precedence?
100%. That's what it comes down to.
Got it.
Who do you believe? 4 years of what Trump did or 3.5 years of what Joe Biden did?
John, thank you. John Katsimatidis joining us on all of this price gouging talk. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
How do celebrities like Justin Bieber and The Rock generate hundreds of millions of dollars? It's actually...
One moment, bro, so I'll find something else. No, yeah, we sunk that one, yeah. Nose, I like the nose of it. It's like a 6 minutes Alvin Bragg's. Let's see, it's about Alvin Bragg's.
Mic on and pull it close.
Thank you.
You bet.
Good morning, Chairman Jordan, Ranking Member Plaskett, members of the committee. I thank you for the opportunity to testify here today. My name is Jonathan Fahey, and I'm an attorney with the law firm of Holtzman Vogel. I'm in private practice now, but I spent most of my 25 years as an attorney, as a prosecutor, both as a state and federal prosecutor. The reason I went to law school was because I wanted to be a prosecutor.
Thousand of balloons, yay.
I wanted to be a prosecutor.
That's good, bro. So
my mom
absolutely, real good, real good.
Commonwealth's attorney in Arlington
This is
County.
about attorney,
And
of
then
course,
she
progressive
was
preference over political.
elected to be the Commonwealth's attorney as a Democrat in Arlington.
But yay,
Later appointed
yay.
by President Clinton to be
Thousand,
the United States attorney for
thousand, yeah,
I
yay.
learned from my mom.
Good deal, good
I
deal.
would go to court. I would sometimes watch trials and things like that. But I learned from her about the importance of being a prosecutor in terms of what it means to the public.
We'll play with that.
Safety.
Now let's
Also
check her.
what it meant to administer justice, to be fair. When you're entrusted with so much power, how you administer that reflects not only on the person that is the subject of that, but as the whole community, how we treat the accused, how we treat the most vulnerable victims. And, you know, I learned from her that being a prosecutor really wasn't a partisan job. It was a public safety job. It was a speaking for victims job. And that's the way it had really been in Virginia, where I live, and most of the country up until about 10 years ago. And, you know, I say that because you could go through the country and you could see prosecutors that are Democrats, prosecutors that are Republicans, but they really approached the job the same way until recently. But I began my career after law school, after clerking in state court. I became a state prosecutor in Fairfax County. There, I served under Bob Horan, who was an elected Democrat, and he had been the Commonwealth's attorney for probably 30. I also had the opportunity to prosecute jurisdictions. They defeated in Chicago, which incidentally I think had 100+ people.
Okay.
But Alvin Bragg has taken this. He was
There
a
we go, about
progressive
Braggs.
prosecutor in New
So
York.
that's
He ran on this progressive prosecutor, I guess, as a progressive prosecutor. And when he got in office, his main theme was deciding not to prosecute cases. Basically not in prosecuting any misdemeanors whatsoever, reducing misdemeanors to felonies, and reducing serious felonies to lesser felonies. So all of his theme for running, his in-office practice has led to, I think New York in the last 2 years have been the highest crime rate on the Big 7 crimes in the last 20 years. But he's taken this a step further because, again, it's somewhat benign to say I won't prosecute trespassing, but this sort of opened the door for the political prosecution of Donald Trump, which, as we've seen, you know, now it's taken from not prosecuting to identifying a political opponent and prosecuting them for political reasons. I'll talk to somewhat in my testimony, hopefully, about the reasons behind the prosecution, the errors in the case, and how the immunity decision affects the case. And I thank you for your time, and I look forward to your questions, and I apologize for going a little bit over.
That's fine, Mr. Bay. Thank you.
And Ford Cultures hooked us up. This is a new product here that they've came out with. It is meat in a can. All right.
There we go.
The types of meats. All right. So what we have here, looking at everything, we have 1 pound, 12 ounces per container. Now we have different types of meats in this. Okay, so let's talk about the canning process. You're actually using the old fashioned.
All right, bros. Now.
Sino ba yun? Sino ba yung naingay na yun? Si Little Boy ba yun? Little boy, little boy.
President Biden will not say their names.
Huh?
President Biden will not say their names, so we will. Sergeant Johanny Rosario Pichaudo. Sergeant Nicole G. Staff Sergeant Darren Taylor Hoover. Corporal Hunter Lopez. Corporal Dagan Page. Corporal Humberto Sanchez.
Lance Corporal David Espinoza. Lance Corporal Jared Schmitz. Lance Corporal Riley McCullum. Lance Corporal Dylan Marola. Lance Corporal Kareem Nakui. Petty Officer 3rd Class Maxton Soviak. And Staff Sergeant Ryan Knaus. All killed in the Abbey Gate bombing 3 years ago today.
Biden's too busy to be bothered. Kamala Harris is too busy vying for his job. Both are off the clock today. But the families of those 13 will never forget or forgive.
The more I learned, the more I delved into the inner workings of politics and how the Afghanistan withdrawal went down, I've become angry and less tolerant.
How dare you put our men and women in harm's way?
He's never mentioned their names to this day publicly. You have Kamala Harris now, who claims she was in the room all the way to the end, and she owns this as much as he does.
It's the lack of accountability that has really upset the nation on this. At least apologize for lack of leadership.
Speaker Johnson says he'll present the Congressional Gold Medal to the families and all 13 families of the fallen heroes.
Joining us now, Army Staff Sergeant and Medal of Honor recipient, David Bellavia. David, I'm going to call you David. Every day that goes by, it seems to get worse. This happened because of the gross incompetence of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. But when you refuse to say the names of these 13 who made the ultimate sacrifice, and every day goes by, they just compound the tragedy even more.
It's so childish. It's almost intentionally disrespectful at this point. 3 years. We're talking 3 years. And by the way, it's not just 3 years since the bombing, but 3 years this evening is when the President of the United States on global television turned his literal back, his metaphoric back on the country, and walked out of a press conference where he said, hey, this is what Trump wanted. We just did what Trump wanted. Every aspect of this operation was dishonest with us. Days later, we'll end up taking out the Poland Springs water guy of Kabul. We'll tell the world that he's some, ISIS Taliban operative. We saw secondary explosions. Remember, nobody saw secondary explosions. Everyone misled us. And Putin watched this. The Ayatollahs watched this. Yep. And 3 years ago, not only was Abbey Gate hit, but Ukraine hadn't been invaded. And the rest of the world saw the weakness and the fecklessness of what this administration's all about. This national nightmare continues. And I'll tell you, everyone circled September 10th, that big debate with Vice President Harris, former President Trump. September 9th is a bigger date. That's when the entire Afghanistan report comes out. And let me tell you, there's some whoppers in there. You think you heard the whole story. There's a whole lot of just absolute gross incompetence. outright lies right to the American people. No attention has been paid, no accountability. And we can't even say the names 3 years later. This administration, it's absolutely shameful.
You know, David, what's troubling is this was foreseeable. And if you're a family of the fallen, you look at that and go, Mr. President, you could have seen this would happen. You were told this was going to happen, number one. But once it did happen, at least have the respect for my child or my family member who raised their hand to serve. At least say their name. At least pay them the due respect from the commander-in-chief. And they've got nothing.
Nothing. Not even. I mean, look at the stuff at Dover. You know, looking at you see the little signs, putting his personal tragedy in front of other people's horror. I mean, you get a knock on the door that you lost your loved one? It's the darkest day of your life. This is literally taking a scab off of people that have given us their sons and daughters. These are their babies. They gave it to America, and we can't even show the decency and the respect to acknowledge. You know what? You don't want to acknowledge how they died? For the love of God, be the commander-in-chief and acknowledge how these men and women lived. What they sacrificed for, the country they were willing to give their life for. They gave their life for this nation. That is what you escape for week 2 of vacation. That's why Vice President Harris is campaigning in Georgia.
Shameful.
It's sickening. It's sickening.
David Bellavia, we have to run. Thank you for being with us and remembering those 13 service members.
We adore you.
How about it?
Yes. Yes.
That real pretty girl.
Crawling up a white.
There's a Senator Hawley. Senator Hawley.
Thank you, Mr.
No
Chairman.
gas highway, bro.
Can I just start with you? You testified a moment ago to Senator Butler that every child gets a Know Your Rights presentation. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Is that before or after you release them to labor traffickers?
Senator, every child that comes into our care gets a Know Your Rights presentation as well as...
Have you read these New York Times reports? These stories, the series of stories the New York Times has done on the children who are in your care? Have you read them?
Yes.
Have you read that children are scrubbing dishes? They are operating heavy machinery. They are delivering meals. They are harvesting coffee. They are working construction. They are working as housekeepers. They are working overnight shifts at plants where they are not paid. They are not going to school. They are not cared for. They are not giving meals. Almost all of it illegally. Are you aware of that? That's a yes or no.
Yes.
Do the Know Your Rights presentation help them in those situations?
Senator, ORR...
That's a yes or no, I think. Do you really think that you're helping these children by releasing them to labor traffickers and, yes, sex traffickers? 85,000 children whom you have no contact with, and your answer is, we gave them a presentation before we turned them over to these people who are exploiting them on a scale not seen in this country for 100 years, a century. A century. It's a disgrace in the United States of America. Let me ask you this. You did an audit, I noticed, where you gave yourself a clean bill of health. So just tell me this. Do you require sponsors to document their relationship with the child?
Senator, we have a thorough vetting process.
Do you require sponsors to document their relationship with the child?
Yes, we go through...
No, you do not. You do not. Have you read the Senate's Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations reports on your office? There was one in 2016. There was one in 2018. There was one in 2020. There was one in 2022. Spanning administrations. What they found is you do not require sponsors to document their relationship with the child. You release them anyway. What about background checks? Do you require background checks on all adults in the household?
In cases where the child is being released to their parents, we do not require background checks. But Senator, I would
do you require background checks on all adults in the household in any case?
Yes, in some cases we do.
What percentage of cases do you do background checks on the adults in the household?
I don't have that number.
Do you do home visits in all cases? You can actually see where these children are being released, whose care you're putting them in?
We do not do home visits in all cases. Senator, I'd really like the opportunity to talk about what we are doing.
I know what you're doing, and it's incredibly and totally inadequate. And we can read about it in the New York Times. Since you say you've read it, let's talk a little bit about that New York Times report if we could. Here's a quote from the April 17th installment. Again and again, veteran government staffers and outside contractors told HHS, including reports that reached the secretary, that children appeared to be at risk. Did you warn the secretary that children were at risk?
Senator, I'm in regular contact with the secretary. And
did you warn him that children were at risk?
Safety and well-being of children is our top priority.
Did you warn him that children were at risk?
I'm not going to get into the conversations I've had.
You're here and you're under oath, and this is an oversight hearing. And we need to know what you're doing, because you're manifestly not doing your job. Did you warn him that children were at risk? Do you believe that children are at risk? Let's start with that.
Yes.
Okay, did you warn the secretary?
Senator, I'm not going to get into the specifics of my conversation, but I would like the opportunity.
Why wouldn't you warn the secretary that children were at risk?
I would like the opportunity to talk about what we.
Let's look at what the secretary said to you. The other one, James. Yeah, that one. At least 5 HHS staff members said they were pushed out after raising concerns about child safety. Mr. Becerra, the secretary, told the ORR director, that's you, right, that if she could not increase the number of discharges, he would find someone who could. And then he went on to say that if Henry Ford had run his plants like this, he would never have become famous and rich. This is not the way you do an assembly line. Get the kids out, run them through, get them out to those sponsors, those traffickers. Why didn't you resign when he said this? Do you think that this is morally acceptable?
Senator, I joined ORR in September of 2022. I believe that was reported prior to my arrival, but I cannot speak.
This is from an article this year.
I can't speak to what the secretary.
Do you think that this is acceptable to run ORR like an assembly line and to release these children to traffickers?
We do not run ORR like an assembly line. The safety and well-being of children is our top concern. And by
plainly
statute,
not. Plainly, it is not your top concern because you have managed to lose 85,000 of them. And the Times knows where they are, or 2/3 of them, and they're with labor traffickers. It's unbelievable. Let me just ask you this. How many kids right now, the 430,000 approximately, unaccompanied children have crossed the border under this administration? It's an astounding number. How many are you in regular contact with right now?
None.
Senator, we have a number of different providers across the country.
But what's the number? What's the number? How many of you are you in? You said child welfare is your top concern. What's the number?
I don't have the specific number.
How can you not know? Why would you come to this hearing and not know?
Respectfully, if you would like us to provide comprehensive case management to children after they're released from our care, so we can report.
Respectfully, I would like you to do your job and not release children to human traffickers. Respectfully, that's what I would like. I'd like you not facilitate the largest child trafficking ring in American history. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Blackburn.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for being here. This is really pretty remarkable testimony coming from you all, listening to what you've had to say. Basically, we've got a broken system. You don't know how to fix it. Money's not going to solve this problem, Ms. Nanda. You don't know the numbers. You don't know the law to enforce the law. So what comes across is that we've got a Homeland Security team here that doesn't believe in securing the homeland because you don't care enough to go deep enough into the issue to be able to define the problem and be able to fix it. Now, Ms. Marcos, I'm going to come to you because I've written Secretary Becerra twice about these children that they just can't find. Now, first letter, he got Acting Assistant Secretary Jeff Hill to send a non-response to my office, and then I sent another letter and I haven't heard anything from him. I have asked that he come to the committee and talk to us about what has happened with these 85,000 children, where they are, and why efforts are not being made to find them and to be certain that they are being cared for. But there's no response to that, because there again, you all believe in open borders. Your goal is not to secure the country and the border. Your goal is to just let everybody come on in, and to hell with this trying to find 85,000 kids. You didn't vet the sponsors right. You did not do an FBI background check. Imagine that. You loosen what is required of people, and then you want to come here and say we need more money so we can do our job. All right, Ms. Director Marcos, Linda Brandmiller, do you know that name? And keep your mic on.
I'm aware of that name.
You're aware of that name. And Jaylyn Sulong, you know that name?
Yes.
Okay, and you know that both of these women were whistleblowers. And both of these women were fired for being a whistleblower. Are you aware of that?
Senator,
Quickly, my time's running out. Fast, go.
I'm not aware of the specifics.
You're not aware of the specifics. Do you know who approved this retaliation against the whistleblowers? You do not know.
Senator, I cannot speak to the specifics.
You can't speak to the specifics. Okay, was the secretary notified about the urgent situation developing in the department, and that these children were being released to potentially exploitative sponsors? Did anybody pay attention to that?
All righty, Buzz. It's time for my local news, and I always watch it.